Hello guys! Welcome back to our YouTube channel, Teacher Joylyn Online Review. So kung bago ka pa lang sa ating YouTube channel, paki-like ang subscribe button para updated kayo sa mga susunod na mga videos natin. So now, let us answer your 5 items assignment. Okay, so let's start. Number 146, ayan. So, this question is an analogy question. Sports to tennis, music to blank. Ayan. So, A, rhythm. B, popularity. C, jazz. D, auditory. So, again, this is an analogy question. Pero anong klase yung kanilang relationship when we say sport to tennis? We all know that tennis is a kind or a type of sports, di ba? So, ano naman pag music? Okay, sports is a category and the example niya is tennis. Yung music is a category. Ano yung example niya? Letter? The correct answer is letter C, jazz po. So, this is a category to a specific example or classification analogy. Tennis, again, is a specific type or genre of sports. Ayan. So, therefore, yung jazz is a specific genre ng music natin. So, correct answer is letter C. Now, let's move on. Before we proceed to our next question, why the other options are incorrect? Rhythm, guys, is a component or element of music. Hindi po siya genre. Popularity is a characteristic that music can have, diba? But it is not a subcategory. Auditory is the nature of how we perceive music through hearing. But it is not a specific type of music. So, yung hinahanap natin na type ay jazz. Letter C. Ayan. Nakuha. Okay, so congratulations sa mga nakatama. Next question natin. General information. Ito, alam na alam ng lahat. What are the 3 main branches of the government of the Philippines? A. Senate, Supreme Court, Congress. B. Presidential, unicameral, parliamentary, bicameral, parliamentary. C. Legislative, executive, judicial. D. The legislative, the Senate, the Supreme Court. Alright, so once again guys, yung Pilipinas, meron tayong 3 main branches sa ating gobyerno. So among the 4 options, lahat sila 3, no? Pero alin dyan yung tama? Okay, alam na ang lahat. Letter C po, legislative, executive, judicial. Pwede nyo gawing mnemonics yung GEL, no? Yung 3 main branches ng government natin, we have GEL, judicial, executive, legislative. Ayan yung mnemonics natin. So, the Philippines is a democratic and republican state with a presidential form of government. Power is divided among 3 co-equal branches to ensure system of checks and balances. So, para yung gobyerno natin ay mapanatili yung equality, balance, no? Kailangan merong 3 branches na magpapanatili ng kaayusan. So, the legislative, the executive, and the judicial branch. Now, pag-uusapan natin each of the branches that we have. So, since natakol na rin natin. So, again, we have 3 main branches. Tatawagin natin siyang GEL. Let's go first sa ating letter J, the judicial branch. Judicial branch, ano sila? Settles actual controversies involving rights which are legally demandable and enforceable. It is composed of the Supreme Court and the lower court. So, judicial branch, they are the one, no, to settle actual controversies, no, involving rights which are legally demandable or enforceable. Now, let's move on sa ating executive branch. Yung executive branch naman natin, they carries out and enforce laws. Carries out and enforce laws. It is composed of the president, vice president, and the cabinet. So, yun, executive branch. And of course, the legislative branch is authorized to make, alter, and repeal laws. It is composed of the Senate and the House of Representatives together, known as the Congress. So, kung madaling salita, no, legislative branch, they are the one making laws or changing laws or repealing laws. Ayun. And then, yung executive branch naman natin, they are the one para i-carry yung law, i-enforce ito sa mga Pilipino, no? Kasi it composed of the president, the vice president, and the cabinet. And yung judicial branch naman natin, they are the one na demand and enforce ng ating mga laws. Or especially kapag may mga controversies, they are the one to settle controversies. So, ayun. JEL. Ang ating tatlong main branches ng government sa Pilipinas ay tatawagin nating JEL. JEL for judicial, E, executive, L for legislative. Ayan. So, the correct answer is letter C, guys. Nakuha. Now, let's proceed number 148. Another general information question. The Supreme Court is composed of a Chief Justice and how many associate justices? O, yan. So, ang ating Supreme Court daw ay kinocompose ng isang Chief Justice at ilang associate justices or yung mga vice-vice, for example, sa president, yung kanyang vice or associate justices. A12, B13, C14, D15. Kung hindi nyo alam, syempre nagagawin, mag-guessing na lang. Hula hoop. Okay. So, 148, the correct answer is letter C, 14. There are 14 associate justices ang meron tayo. So, according to Article 8, Section 4 of the 1987 Constitution, the Supreme Court of the Philippines is composed of 1 Chief Justice at ilang associate justices? 14. So, if ever lumabas ito sa CSE, at least alam nyo na, no? So, for the total, merong 15 sa korte. 4 na associate justices and isang chief justice. So, total of 15. Ayan. So, appointment. All members are appointed by the President from a list of nominees prepared by the Judicial and Bar Council. So, lahat sila, yung mga 14 associate justices at isang chief justice, hindi yan pinagbotohan ng mga mamamayan, but they are appointed by our President. Yan. So, pag-usapan naman natin yung retirement nila. So, justices serve during good behavior until they reach the mandatory retirement age of 70 years. Basta meron silang magandang behavior, good attitude mo, moral conduct, aabot sila ng 70 years old. So, pag tungtong ng 70 years old, that is the retirement age na nila, yung mga justices natin. So, ayun. So again, there are 14 associate justices for the total of 15. Nakuha. Now, let's move on sa ating susunod na tanong, number 149. The Commander-in-Chief of all armed forces of the Philippines is blank. Okay, sino ang commander-in-chief natin sa mga armed forces? Like for example, yung mga police, yung mga army, basta lahat po ng mga armed forces, sino yung commander-in-chief natin? A. Air Force Commander. B. The President of the Philippines. C. Chief Justice. D. AFP Chief Lieutenant General. Sino ang magli-lead? Sino ang mamumuno sa lahat ng armed forces dito sa Pilipinas? Ang tamang sagot ay letter B, syempre ang ating presidente. So, under Article 7, Section 18 of the 1987 Constitution, sinasabi dito na ang presidente will serve as the commander-in-chief of all armed forces of the Philippines. This power allows the president to call out the armed forces to prevent or suppress lawless violence, invasion, or rebellion. Meaning to say, sino atong presidente ngayon? Si Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., ang ating commander-in-chief. And he is obliged obligado po siya na i-prevent ang ating mga violence, lawless violence na invasion or rebellion sa kanyang pamumuno. Pamumunuan niya lahat ng armed forces, yung ating mga army group, yung ating mga police people, no? Siya yung mamumuno. Especially kapag may mga wars, siya po yung ating commander-in-chief. Siya yung magli-lead, siya yung gagawa ng plano, siya yung magko-command. Yun. So, that is si Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., ang ating commander-in-chief. Paano kapag dumating yung taon na magbabago ang ating president? Sino naman ulit yung ating magiging commander-in-chief? Siyempre, yung bagong presidente naman. So, yun. Kung sino yung presidente, siya yung magli-lead, siya yung magmamandate. Okay, that is letter B, President of the Philippines. Ayan, so let's go sa ating panghuling tanong. The executive power shall be vested in the blank. Ayan, executive power naman, no? A, the President of the Philippines, B, the House of Representatives, C, the Supreme Court, D, the Congress. Kanino ibibigay yung executive power? Siya yung responsible sa administration of the government and ensuring the laws na dapat ini-execute ng mabuti. So, sino yung ating executive power? Sino yung mag-lead? Sino yung mamumuno? The correct answer is letter A, still the President of the Philippines. So, according to Article 7 ulit, no, Section 1 na naman of the 1987 Philippine Constitution, ang sinasabi dito, the executive power shall be vested in the President of the Philippines. Therefore, si President Marcos na naman yung maghihid as the executive branch, no? And he has the power to execute the batas, no? As the head of the executive branch, the president is responsible for the administration of the government and ensuring the laws of the land are faithfully executed. So, sinasabi dito, no, that the laws of the land are faithfully executed. Yung mga batas sa mga lupa, dapat yan ay dinidistribute ng maayos, ini-execute ng maayos. So, yun. The President of the Philippines ang ating tamang sagot. Letter A, guys. And so that will be our last question na. So far, super dali ng mga question natin ngayon. So, paki-comment nga po ng inyong mga score, 5 out of 5. So, comment down below sa ating video na ito. And please don't forget to like and share it with your friends. So, yun lang po. And see you sa susunod na ating mga next assignment natin. Thank you and bye everyone!